I don't know, about middle school, about 6th grade. We hanging out, we thugging and shit. We chilling. I used to have an older cousin named Reggie. Reggie was like bad as fuck, dog. That nigga had dropped out of school and shit. That nigga used to sell weed and shit. That nigga used to play with guns and shit. That nigga just wanted to be like Tupac. That's all I ever remember. He wanted to be like Tupac. I remember that nigga used to listen to Tupac and Pastor Troy a lot. And I remember he used to want to be a rapper too. And I was like 10 years old. I wanted to rap. So I was like trying to make songs and shit. Yeah, I made a song one time, man. I never forget I had done made a song. It was so crazy, but it wasn't that serious or nothing like that. I used to be known coming up for like dancing and shit. That shit was crazy as fuck though growing up. But when I was about in 6th grade, I went to Westview Middle. We went out there. And now I never forget, man, my auntie, she had met this nigga on the internet. You see what I'm saying? She met this nigga on the internet named Mr. Harold Melvin Diller. I never forget that nigga, dog. That nigga was the only nigga I ever had in my life that I could say was like a father type of figure. Good dude, dog. That man died though. But she met that nigga on the internet. She left us in Miami to go be with this nigga. That shit was crazy as fuck. So I remember always feeling abandoned growing up. Like growing up, I always felt abandoned. I always felt like ain't nobody want me. I always felt like it was something wrong with me. Like it was probably like the way I looked. Probably when I was born, they probably felt like I was an ugly baby or something. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know what it was, but I know I always used to feel abandoned growing up because it was like everybody who was around me always used to disappear. Me and my sisters would split up from each other. My auntie met this nigga, she dipped. My mama owned drugs, she chose drugs over us, so she in the streets. She don't give a fuck about a nigga. She don't give a fuck what's going on. She just feel like long as her sisters taking care of us or her family taking care of, we good. But I respect her in a sense too, cause I respect her for not bringing us in the streets with her, cause ain't no telling what the fuck would have been going on. You see what I'm saying? Nigga probably be dumb as fuck, wouldn't know nothing, cause nigga won't be able to be in school. So I remember all of that right there. Growing up, it was just so crazy, man. Then it's just like, yeah, she left. So when she left, me and my cousin, I got a cousin named Rick. He still going to school, and me and this nigga here, man, that shit was just crazy. I'm like, man, that nigga used to be skipping school. I used to be skipping school and shit. We were meeting up with each other and shit, hanging out. We smoking weed, man. We smoking weed. I'm like 11, 12 years old smoking weed, man. This shit was crazy. So I'm talking about like, we smoking, like real deal smoking weed, man. So I remember, man, I used to want to roll dice and shit. I'm rolling dice and shit. And I used to hit. I hit for like $400. I spent $200, got me an 18 karat gold pull out. It was 6 to the top. I put that bitch in my mouth. I was thugging then. Shit, I used to have my little dread growing on and shit. I was thugging, boy. That shit was so crazy. And then, man, we had done went on here and went from there. So nigga was about to be 12 years old. I never forget, dog. We was skipping school one day, and they had called some kind of way. We had found out our mama was back. My auntie Ruby, she came back. She came back to get our ass. I'm like, oh shit, bitch, man, this nigga skipping school with each other. We way the fuck on a whole nother side of Miami and shit, hanging out. We thugging out this bitch, smoking weed and shit, man. That shit used to be wild as fuck, cause she used to be sending us money and stuff, but Reggie used to be stealing the money, cause Reggie used to be stealing the money and shit, stealing the food and shit. That shit used to be wild as fuck, but she used to send her money, but me and him, we were just thugging and shit, cause we was already doing little badass shit in the neighborhood and shit, but Reggie is who used to show me guns and weed and shit, though. He the one showed me how to bag up weed and shit, dog. He the one really had me smoking, cause the first time I ever smoked, I was 10. I lit a blunt for that nigga, and I liked it, that weed shit.